I just got done working out and was about to cook one of my favorite meals, which happens to be steak and vegetables, which is also one of the easiest meals you can make, so I thought why not film a reel and share the process with you. Too many people often stress themselves out way too much over food and what to eat and how much of it to eat. In my opinion, you just have to eat whenever you're hungry because that's your body telling you that you need food and you need it to perform to your best and be able to continue doing what you're doing without feeling fatigued or sick. The first thing I like to do is prepare the asparagus, which is very simple. I like to keep this rubber band on the bottom because I'm going to cut that part off and it keeps it all together instead of making a mess, and it'll become very easy to dispose of. The next thing I'm going to do is take it, lay it out on some parchment paper and a baking sheet, and all you have to do is put some salt on top, and if you'd like, some black pepper as well. This is going to go into the oven on 400 degrees for approximately 10 minutes. We're going to prepare our portobello mushrooms. I've started off by removing the stems and the center because I'm not too big of a fan of them, and it helps make a nice little cup for when we put our olive oil inside of it prior to grilling. It makes it taste good and it prevents it from sticking. So I like to fill up that little center cup with that much olive oil. Next, it's time to season our steak. As far as the steak goes, I keep it very simple. All I do is add salt to both sides to gently coat it all evenly, and I feel like that brings out the flavor best in the steak. So I like to cook the steak and the mushrooms together for approximately 7 minutes per side on the grill on medium to high heat. And while this is cooking, the asparagus will be cooking in the oven. So this wasn't part of the original plan, but I couldn't resist not having some runny eggs on top of my steak. So I'm going to show you how to make the most ideal sunny side up eggs. So the key thing to cooking a very nice unburnt sunny side up egg is to keep the temperature very low, but still enough to be able to cook the egg. This much butter to cook the eggs. So once that's in there, I'm just going to let it disperse itself evenly across the pan so the egg doesn't have any chance of sticking anywhere. Once the pan looks like this with the butter melted, it's time to add the eggs. We got our eggs cooking, and all we're going to do is leave it in the pan and let it do its thing. You don't have to do anything to these eggs until they're cooked, aside from seasoning them. Sometimes I like to add a lid because that'll help cook the tops of your eggs faster and you'll get a beautiful, even cook all the way through. Our eggs are looking ready, so now let's take off the lid and see the final result. There you have it. Beautifully cooked sunny side up eggs. No burnt edges and a runny yolk. Here we have the finished product. I added a grilled onion, which I don't typically do because I had one laying around. And I got some store-bought mac and cheese as well, which isn't going to harm you. You can see how nice these eggs came out using that method. There's no brown on them. And I hope this gives you some inspiration if you're confused on what to eat. This took less than 30 minutes and around $30 to make. Hope you enjoyed.